Hello, hello, familia. Coming out here, as you can tell, I'm in a new place. Things have started to shift and move, and I have been a little bit silent on YouTube, and that's okay because that is what's present right now, and I have learned to give myself grace. So if you're in a moment of change and shifts, let's learn together to give ourselves grace when things are moving, when we're traveling, when we're dealing with kids. I don't know, my daughter may be sick. There's things that come up all of life. As my cousin says, life happens. And we just have to continuously commit and devote ourselves to the things that fill our cup. And this platform showing up in this way with you all fills my cup. And I just have to also allow it to be something that is very natural and spirit-led. So with that being said, for everyone who's new on here, if you're showing up for the first time, my name is Steph, and this is Spirit-Led Steph. And this is a channel where I show up as I am, whatever that looks like today, both physically, right, and emotionally. And if Spirit has something on my heart to share, I come up and I share it, whether it's a writing, an insight, right, something I came across that sparked my heart. And then sometimes it's just healing that's moving through me. And I want to be an example of that authenticity, because just by doing it, I give myself more permission to be myself, to move through, and to allow others to see that it's possible, that we don't have to be afraid of opening up and exposing the lies of the ego and everything that it tells us, that little voice in the mind that's always speaking to us and telling us, no, perfect that, make that better, you're not ready, who's gonna listen, chiki, all the crap, all the nonsense. And so it's like, the more we expose it and the more we step into authenticity, even if that authenticity and vulnerability is hard some days because you just don't want to go there, you even feel uncomfortable to go there, I feel like the more we do that and we give ourselves permission to show up for each other, the more we're able to just heal and discover our true light, right? And be open to what is and less judgmental, and really have more experiences of what love looks like and relationships and connections, because we're here to be who we are, and we're not here to try to think about what others will think of us, which ultimately is just us thinking about what they think of us, right? It's what we think of us. So I came on and I wanted to share this video because it's really just about sharing this phrase that I heard, but it resonated so deeply, and maybe it can serve someone here. As many of you know, I have had a path of awakening that has really been led by Jesus. And I'm always very clear in, just clarifying that my path with Jesus has been outside of dogma, outside of religion, outside of institutions. 333, that's my Jesus number, as I said that. And so I come here to not only share this message of love, because it is a message of love, and he was an incredible messenger of love, right? A master teacher, way shower of light and love, pure, unconditional, godly love. And it really was because he was an example of someone who became one with God. Really, all of us, all of our souls are leading us to that oneness with God. Everything, our entire lives, even lifetimes, have been just to ultimately reach that fulfillment, right? That most fulfilling state, which is being one with God, one with love. It is our inherent state. That's literally why we seek for love in all things, and why we feel most happiest when we give love 444, because it's here for the giving, it's here for the gifting. And the moment that we do give it without expecting anything is the moment that we feel the most full. It's the moment that we receive, as the Course in Miracles teaches, right? To give and receive are one and the same. giving and receiving are one in the same. And that's not really how the world works or how the world sees it, right? Like when we give, that means we no longer have something and now someone else has more of it and we have less of it. Like that's the addition, right? That's the math of this world. But that math doesn't apply to spiritual like to spiritual world, to the truth. It doesn't apply. What we give extends, multiplies in truth. Within us and within all that we come into contact with in this experience, in this dream. And so I digress because I get excited with all the things that fill my cup, and this is definitely one of them. And it hasn't been easy to show up in this way and not be afraid of like being judged and talking about Jesus and, you know, saying things that could offend a Christian brother or sister. And I say this with all my love. I love you guys so much. This is in no way something to like prove wrong or, you know, this is really just a light to shine upon a way that so many people have seen Jesus through a past concept, through a guilt-ridden system, through a system of separation, right? A doctrine that has come through hands of power and has distorted much of his teachings. And so it's like taking the power back to really, truly come to understand what his teaching of love really was and how we can embody it and how we can literally have an experience of that love, of that divine love. That is what he wants for us. He is a presence, a representation, a symbol of the true union with the Spirit, right? I mean, you'll see in the Bible, there's so many times when Jesus is speaking, it says, and the Spirit came upon him again and again, and the Spirit came upon him. Why is that? Because he was one, like it was him with the Spirit, right? Not just him, the human, right? Not him, the body. And this phrase is leading us to like the new understanding of like, okay, maybe it's not about even, I'm going to say this word, idolizing him as the only thing and as the savior, right? And that specifically sacrifice is a way to receive. So accepting sacrifice is truth. And so there's a lot to say here, but this phrase that I want to share with you, which one I'm going to get to, I promise, is really leading us to open ourselves to Jesus, especially if you're on this video and if you're here, it's because you're resonating at a frequency of love and you are either ready to receive this message or you're looking to extend and learn more and open your heart even more. Because, yeah, that's how Spirit works. It reaches people and it sends it to people who are ready, and those who may feel even have something against what I'm about to say or what I've said already, that's okay too. This is all part of the healing. This is all part of the joining in mind. And we're all on different parts of our journey. We're all in different belief systems and things that we've believed, and wherever we are is perfect. Yeah, this is no place for judgment. Everyone is welcome into this channel, no matter what you believe about Jesus, no matter what you believe about love and God. Because this is the path we literally walk together, and we were meant to walk together, and Jesus actually came to teach us, right? Not to teach separation, not to judge and say what is right and what is wrong and, you know, who will burn where and do none of that. That is so much of what was controlled and distorted about the teachings of love. Because the ultimate teaching of love would never have punishment even be fathomable, right? It couldn't have wrath, and that's the human filter that's been able to pretty much influence all the teachings of Christ. And so, you know, Christ wasn't a Christian, right? Because he came to just teach love. Christians is what has come after in following Christ, and following Christ is a beautiful thing. I think what happens is that when it starts to separate us from others, when it starts to be a tool for judgment and a tool to, you know, make yourself in any way higher than or better than others, then you've lost your Christ essence. And so, yeah, Jesus has been huge on my path, huge, pivotal, like center. And I had so much resistance to that because of what I was taught in Catholic school, because of even what I learned through Christianity and what the Bible taught. And I'm so done with it. I really am ready to come on here and speak from the place of love and let it be received wherever it is received. I truly love every single person who comes on here, no matter what comment you leave. I send you all my love and light because you are my brother. You are my sister. And that is the truth. And that is what we're here to live, embody, and actually experience. Not just say it, not just go to church and preach it and then turn around and judge others for who they love or what they do. No. Love is all containing. Yeah, love is complete. It needs nothing. It needs to prove nothing. So, okay, getting to the phrase. I'm getting to the phrase now that I wanted to share. It was this, and it resonated so deeply for those on the path of trying to open themselves up to Jesus, but maybe not in the way that we've been taught for so long, right? And it's, you don't need to believe in Jesus. You just need to believe Jesus. Believe in his teachings. Believe his teachings. Believe what he's been directing us to the love. Believe the love that he embodied, right? Believe that. And we sometimes, a lot of places and people can get caught up in idolizing this man and his story. And although, yes, even for me, he was my direct path to God. There is no doubt in my mind that Jesus is a direct path to God if we're open to it. But there are more paths. Yeah, life is filled. The Spirit is not limited to one symbol. The Spirit meets you wherever you're at, in whatever culture you are. It meets you in whatever belief system you are. It will reach you. And it could reach you through Jesus, or just like it could reach you through a near-death experience, through angels, through the dogma or the religion that has resonated with you, that has touched you in some way, right? Through nature. It will reach you through nature. So it's not defined to one thing. It's limitless. God is limitless. It is not defined to one form. Jesus was just one very specific form that came to show us who we truly are. Everything that we can be when we live from a state of oneness, when we make God first, when we put God first, right? And so just wanted to share this phrase with you, right? You don't need to believe in Jesus, just believe Jesus and what he taught. And that in and of itself can open up your heart to a true experience of what love is, of what God is, of who your brother is and who you are. Because in the end, they are all one and the same. How we see these images and these concepts ultimately defines how we see ourselves and how we see our brothers and sisters. So, sending you all so much love. Wanted to share that with you. And if that resonated with you, if that landed or whatever that brought up, please share with me in the comments. If you like this, reach out. I do a Course in Miracles group every Wednesday, and I'm happy to send the link so that if you feel the call to join that and to see these teachings of love, right? Deep, beautiful, metaphysical teachings in a new light, I'd be more than happy to welcome you. It is open to all. And I do also worship yoga sessions on Saturday mornings, and I'm making a library of recordings. So if you're interested in that, you can access it from wherever you are in the world and do it with me at whatever point, whenever you have time, and it isn't limited to Saturdays. So drop a comment below. Let me know what you think, and if that's if that's something you're interested in. Let me speak. Come on, Steph. If that is something you're interested in, let me know. I will also add the links to my store and any of the services. I am here for you. I love you. We walk this path together. Let's go.